Welcome to another session of Your Image, your program, the first in Africa on public relations production. Here we are once again doing a review, evaluating success of an event, and now an event should go. I still have with me veteran journalists, PR practitioners who are doing their own in their respective places. This time around, I also welcome Stella SAWYER once again. Stella SAWYER is the Corporate Affairs Manager, Apple and PEARS. You are welcome. Thanks so much for your contributions last week. It was very revealing. Dele Akinsola, I know that you're always a delight to be with. It's been so nice having you.
Thank you very much.
Viewers, here they are again. We are looking at public relations and event evaluation. What is missing? How should an event be organized? What are the benefits derivable? And why must it not be rewarded to individuals, to the organizers, and to the community, Nigeria as a whole? Yeah, last week we were talking about the caliber of honorees that received the award, and I want us to, the award was not just a jamboree, it was to bring to the fore competence, innovation, cutting-edge standards that have been exhibited by these individuals. So what is your view? Do they merit it?
Yeah, I think the choice of the committee saddled with that event, they must have done very good research, to be able to narrow down on those personalities that were, giving awards. One thing that I noticed was that is unlike all other awards that are, given out to people just to massage their ego. But this one is not to massage anybody's ego. It's based on their track record. It's based on their career trajectory and their contributions, to the community.
Look at the of a ballad.
Yeah.
Mustafa,
for example,
yeah.
Who was, I think, a former senator also.
House of Reps.
House of Reps, yes.
Yeah.
And then look at the provost of
FC,
Federal College of Education, Oshele,
yeah.
Dr. Shoyele. Dr. Shoyele is somebody that I've known in the past 20 years. And how he has been able to
the level of transformation
in that
at the Federal College of Education.
That's what I'm saying. So all of us, we knew the standard of Oshele and what he met on.
Those who are heading federal institutions that are pulling their weights down.
Yeah.
And we also gave a word to the
Chief Medical Director.
Chief Medical Director of the
Federal Medical Center.
Federal Medical Center. And I think when you go to, we drove through the center on our way here, and you can see that place is a beehive of activity. And most times when you go through an hospital, there's this thing about, government hospital, there's no equipment, people don't want to go there, but you can see that people are eager, they are willing to go to such institutions because they get value.
Operational
efficiency. Efficiency. So I think it's something that we need to commend.
And then look at Dr. Daramola, who has been a guru, a PR.
Talking about the PR practitioners.
Practitioners. Yeah.
You can name them. Dr. Daramola, Victoria Wadoka, and then Ade Doijaisi.
So
look at the area.
People have actually made an impact in the profession.
So this is the award. What I'm saying is that it's
diligence.
It's meritorious.
Yes.
It's meritorious, and I believe that it will also spur them on and spur others.
Others who want to do more.
That if you don't merit it, Pr-Primus will not give you.
So we want to talk to the real estate sector where Pelican.
Yeah, Pelican City. Yeah, Pelican City. That guy.
Pelican is everywhere in Ogun State now.
Yeah, you should not be surprised that Pelican City is making waves. His background, he was a journalist.
Okay.
Yeah, he practiced here in Ogun State. I think with, I can't remember whether Punch or I don't know any of the newspapers,
Okay,
but he has veered, he has forayed into real estate.
Yeah.
And that is why it's making the difference. And so why we are celebrating him or with that award is that, oh, we have seen what he has been able to do differently in the real estate.
Even extending beyond Nigeria's shore.
Sure, because the last time I read about it was in Canada. You know, to be able to say, okay, Nigerians in the diaspora, you can have your property here. No, you won't run into the problem of Omonile, or that somebody else was coming to dispossess you
and
of your land.
And happy with the finance too.
And finance, you know?
because most people don't even know that, I mean, you can hold a land, you can also build on the land, and do it the way the Americans do it, get loans and in time, I mean mortgage, and in time you become...
What do you want to talk about this empowerment, the corporate social responsibility,
that, I mean,
helping the needy, helping widows.
I mean, so
that is fantastic.
It's like I said, we need to look at the program, and you know that everybody has a lot of role to play. Government's role is to make sure that people like that, people, especially all the awardees, they should reach out to them and make sure that they keep doing, like what they call public-private partnership.
PPP.
Yeah, PPP. Let's see, because like you said, government cannot do it alone. We need people like that to partner with and see how we can develop the community. There's so much to do. There's so many places to reach out to. There are so many people to reach out to. We need people like that, that are touching people's life in their small corner. So, let's widen the horizon.
Well, another area of interest was the sustainability of an establishment, institution. I was talking about TIDOP, where the current director has been able to sustain the standard, even surpassing the standard, going into entrepreneurship. And when you go into entrepreneurship, the future of the young ones is also promised. So you could see the array of those award recipients, that they were not just flukes. They were people who are deep in developing people, society, and institutions. So, it's an opportunity for us to also beam searchlight on others for next edition. Generally, what do you suggest to individuals, citizens, companies, and government to do? This is a program that needs support. What's your opinion?
I actually want to start with government. Luckily, at the program we have government functionaries that attended the functions, and they also commended the program. They commended the fact that it's a well thought out program, and the array of people that were invited and also gave contributions. I think government should take it from that angle. All those who attended, representing one ministry or the other, should come together and sit down on the table to say, okay, we attended this function. What is our take home? What are we supposed to do? What are the things that we're supposed to do? We're looking at tourism. The lecture was on culture and tourism. The tourism commissioner, or the PS, was there. The Women Affairs commissioner, she was there. And who are the people that promote our culture? Mostly women. In the way we our attire, in the way we carry ourselves. So I think they should. I want to ask and I want to beg that the organizers reach out to all the government functionaries that attended the function and ask that they have what we call maybe a round table and discuss what their take home from that function, and see how they can help government to improve on all the things that were discussed, especially concerning culture and tourism. Like I said, culture, tourism is a gold mine that we're not even scratching the surface. We're sitting on, gold, and we're not just...
Thank you. It's really, indeed, we are really sitting on a gold mine, and people still don't open their eyes. This cry about inability to get employed and whatever, people can go into issues of culture, arts, and then develop some places so that tourists can come around Nigeria, come around Ogun State, and then they'll be able to benefit a lot. And when such tourists come around, look at that.
Can I give you, I remember my first trip to the US. I wore, because it was sponsored by the US consulate, and I wore a dire, knickerbocker. The lady that was our chauffeur, the US, saw it and was, she was even the limo chauffeur.
Okay.
Immediately, she saw me, she was like, oh, you're not going to go back to Nigeria with what you're putting on? I'm going to collect it. I thought she was joking. Immediately she dropped us off. She came into my room and said, oh, she's waiting to get it. Because to her, it's a beauty to have African fabric. And I know they value that a lot. Luckily for me, I got some, because we had some families that we need to stay with.
To visit.
In, I think, Pittsburgh. We were in the Pittsburgh University. And they love African fabrics. And these are the things that we don't even value. I want to commend the Ogun State government, encouraging the fact that weekends, government functionaries must put on direct fabric.
Friday.
To work. And that has helped the industry. And it's still helping the industry. Now, in every functions, they put on made in Nigeria fabrics. I think it will go a long way if we encourage things like that.
Yeah, the encouragement of arts, culture, and tourism, particularly these about dresses, fabrics. What do you think are the potentials? What are the benefits for the people?
And the business base of that industry. The industry for a long time, up until an administration under, I think, Ebikule Amosu, did, that market. In fact, I saw it on DSTV one day, and I couldn't believe it. I was calling people to say, this is a direct market in Abeokuta. It was on DSTV that they were showing it around the world. So, you see, the thing is this. If we can make sure that all the gains in that industry is sustained, that alone will be able to give Ogun State government, even Nigeria,
enormous resources.
Enormous resources that you will be amazed. Like the other time, somebody contacted my wife, maybe they were schoolmates, is based in London, and they wanted to do a remembrance in memory of their mother and all of that. And she contacted my wife and said, can you help us get a direct from Abeokuta? Yeah. By the time we package the thing, in fact, the woman who sold the thing to us in the market, Tuku, packaged it, professionally, and then we now took it, to somebody who would take it abroad. So, but in all of this, that's just an aspect of the tourism that we're talking about. For example,
isn't the business, not even the tourism, the business angle to it? Because she's going to make money.
Even government employment.
Employment. In fact, have you been to that market before?
Yeah.
There is a place where the industry is, where they make the tie and dye.
Yes.
Come and see hands, young people that have been brought into it. In fact, there's a woman that I interviewed. Is handing over the business to her daughter. All of that, they are continuing.
Most of those who are selling were children of those who started the business several years ago. Now
that's proper integration.
They've even modified it now that it's not just buying the material as in material. Now you have the one sewn for men, for children, for ladies.
Even artists are now having a buy-in.
Into
expressing themselves through such opportunities. Even children of such people who have studied arts and the like now see it as a preoccupation.
Designing so many things, table mats, shoes, even we have a lot of things.
Quite a lot.
We must give kudos to OGTV for giving us this opportunity to showcase what we have. And even for showcasing, for empowering Pr-Primus to run this program on this beat. Beyond that, how do you see the engagement of the press? For the first time, I see some of these mega stations appearing on our program and then doing their bit.
Is this, it was then that journalists, you see yourself as rivals, but I think now the social media has actually shown us that there's, what do you call it, the sky is so wide for anybody to please expand. And I think it will, like you said, we need to thank OGTV because without their support, I don't think Pr-Primus will be known.
The mileage would have been.
I mean, they've given you the
it's an opportunity.
The outlook, they've given you the shine. I mean, an avenue to shine. And I also want to commend the fact that the past director, the managers, they were actually there in person, and that actually gave credence to the fact that they value the program and they want to encourage those who are the helms of affairs now to partner with PR and help the show to continue. I think it's also a way to also endorse the program as a genuine program that people can...
Maybe you also want to commend the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations.
Well,
for endorsing,
it's that thing. I want to say...
But you're not saying it's that thing. It's that thing.
You praise yourself because... It's not just about...
It's a thing of vision.
Yes.
A thing of vision because the current president, Dr. Ikeneleku, have a broad vision.
And you can see what the man
collaborating,
is doing.
networking.
In a few months, when he started, he became the president.
He has changed the landscape
so much that, people begin to marvel that, so all along, there's so much that we can do. Every day, every week, every month, there is a program for people to key into, and now government is seeing PR practitioners.
The essence of PR.
Yes,
in
as
every aspect of life
that cannot be, relegated to the background.
What's your view?
Yes, let me say that the buy-in into this program by the media, talking of media support, is so huge. And when, like Stella was saying that, do we need to praise ourselves? I say yes. In Yoruba parlance, they said, if you don't, and if you don't praise yourself, nobody will come and praise you. So, and it's also good that they are doing it and doing it right.
Yeah.
In the past, they boycott such events and say until maybe
it's commercial.
It's commercial. You have to pay to do that and all that. So. But how will the Pr-Primus be able to finance the bill, the media bill for such coverage? I said no. So, but all of this is telling people that your image, public relations, is something that everybody needs. It's not just institutions. No. It's just not everybody needs. And so there is the consciousness is there now for people to say, oh yeah, we have a company. We have an organization that is championing, image, and so it's a good thing. But when you look at those, like we are talking of the NIPR president, for example, he's done so much. And when I saw some of the moves he was making, when I was in Abuja some months ago, saw the moves that he was making, going quietly into some organizations, was okay, we must have round pegs in round holes in this organization. And it's working.
Expanding the frontiers of
population. Now, when you saw what played out between an NPC spokesman and Dangote spokesman, I want to bring up that issue because one person used foul language on the other, and I know that the NIPR president must have moved in to say, look, dogs don't eat dogs don't eat the dogs, and you say somebody is misguided and mischievous. That's
that's not a PR language.
It's not a PR language.
Well, perhaps you want to also enlighten people on the understanding of how PR people must behave, must speak, must create a robust engagement with themselves, with the community and the like. What's your take on that?
I think I want to say we're developing. We're also doing well compared to how it was, some few years back. A public relations person is just there as an officer in the office, or maybe in the conglomerate, just making sure that communities are not disrupting the activities of your company. But it has gone beyond that. It's about reputation building. It's about even the courage of a professional. There's a difference now. Now most journalists are into, maybe, well, I won't say maybe because the media industry is not really pulling their weight, but most media practitioners are going into public relations profession, and they're doing so well. Their courage and everything. I think it's also about the experience they have also garnered as a journalist is helping them, and they are pulling their weight. They are making sure that it's all about reputation building. It's all about tapping into people's potential.
Maybe you want to talk about the level of education and exposure.
Well, of course, you can't practice if you are not educated, if you have not even gone through a communication school, because you
must be NIPR certified.
That certification is even very important.
And I'm happy that the institute is actually pushing this, that you can't practice, as a PR practitioner if you are not certified. Yeah. And that is also encouraging people who are in school, especially those who are diverting in public relations, to say, oh no, yes, we're reading public relations in school, but we still want to get the certification of...
You want to talk about the pedigree of PR practitioners nowadays?
Yeah. Any PR practitioner that is what is sought, of course, must be well trained and grounded in PR practice. You see, because you can't flaunt what you don't have. Yeah. You don't give what you don't have. And so I've seen people who have really prepared themselves, going through training and certification by the institute and all of that. So that again, marked out a well-grounded PR professional. When you see them in some offices, managing the image of their principal, you see the difference. That the difference is clear, and that's why when you see the way the government of the country is managing its public relations, and we are getting backlash, from several quarters and then even abroad, it's because is the absence of practitioners there.
Trained practitioners there. Not manning the positions.
In your own opinion, what is the future for your image PR program?
Yeah, the Your Image
PR
program, in fact, the future is bright.
So want to also, improve on what, the past episodes have been. So I think then the array of people that come into the program, there are people who have a lot to offer intellectually.
People who are enriched professionally.
They have a lot to
and they are looking up to another program, maybe next year, and future program.
Sponsors?
Oh yeah, I think we just have to, like I said, if you have a good program, all it needs to keep it on air is to make sure that they get sponsors. So we want to ask and encourage people, especially conglomerates, to please partner with OGTV, partner with Pr-Primus, to make sure that this program do not go off here. And because people have a lot to
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The future of Your Image PR program is with you. Partner, sponsor, and advertise on this program. Until next week, I want to appreciate Stella SAWYER.
Thank you
for being part of this discussion.
It's a great
thank you, sir. Stella SAWYER is a corporate affairs manager, Apple and PEARS.
Thank you.
And Dele Akinsola is also a veteran journalist, PR expert.
Thank you.
I'm your Anchor-Akin Okudero. Till next week, we'll bring you a new topic. I say thank you for being with us. God bless you.